here, and it is Sunday, the day after New Year's. I hope you had a wonderful, happy New Year. I want to talk a little bit about investing in jewelry and gold jewelry and diamond gold jewelry, etc. And some people may be thinking that, if you're not going to stack silver or gold, maybe you should just invest in jewelry. Maybe you should buy your significant other a piece of jewelry, and it's kind of like stacking. But I want to go through something that I learned yesterday that may be helpful to you if you're thinking about taking that other route, the path less traveled. Okay, here it is. This is a picture of a gold and diamond tennis bracelet. This is not the actual piece that I was researching, but a friend of my wife's asked me to help her try to appraise a gold and diamond bracelet that she had inherited from her father, I believe it was. And she had picked up a couple of things and was really hopeful that the price, the value would be high. She's thinking of liquidating it. And I am not a jeweler, and I don't really know a lot about jewelry. But let me tell you what I learned and the lesson that perhaps her father should have learned before he plunked down $10,000 on a diamond and gold bracelet. I believe in the 1990s. Okay, in the 1990s, that is, 20 to 30 years ago, right? And something that you bought 20 to 30 years ago made of gold and diamonds should be worth more today, shouldn't it? Well, anyway, the reason that she thought this particular bracelet was worth $10,000 or potentially multiples of $10,000 is that she had also inherited the paperwork where it was purchased and what it was made from, as well as an appraisal that was used for insurance purposes. Okay, so here's your first red flag. Appraisals that are used for insurance purposes are virtually worthless if you're trying to assess the current market value. And in that appraisal from the 1990s, clearly used for an insurance policy, this bracelet was a $10,000 appraisal. And she said, it's quite heavy. It's made of gold. It has quite a few smaller diamonds in it. Maybe the diamonds were an eighth carat each, maybe smaller. The first thing I asked her was, tell me about the specs of this bracelet. All right, as we went on, we discovered the gold was 14 karat gold. Okay, 14 karat gold, not 18, not 21, not 24. I think that is pretty common in bracelets. It's a very sturdy gold. But of course, as you know, 14 karat gold is worth just a little more than half of the bullion value of 24 karat gold. It also had diamonds in it, and I asked her, did she think it weighed an ounce? Did she think it weighed 2 ounces? And we kind of settled into that, it's probably under a couple ounces of gold, which would be a fairly heavy bracelet, I think. And I said to her, she had thought, well, the gold value would be substantial because what was gold trading for in the 90s? Well, it was in the hundreds, not in the thousands. And I don't have that handy, but let's just say gold was trading for 600-700 in the 90s. You would think that a bracelet that cost $10,000 would be worth triple that today, right? Well, the weight of the gold was under 2 ounces, and if you do the math on that, at 24 karat minus the diamonds, you'd be in at about $3,000. At 14 karat, you'd be in between $1,500 and $2,000 melt value on the gold. And so I said to her, tell me more about the diamonds, because I don't think it's the gold that rendered a $10,000 appraisal. And she said, yeah, I know about the diamond. She said it is 3 total carats of diamonds. And I went to eBay immediately and started looking up diamond tennis bracelets. Hers was not a tennis bracelet, it was something a little bit different. A lot of the tennis bracelets are 6 carat, 10 carat, 15 carat, 3 total carats of smaller diamonds are not, that's not a lot of diamond weight. So I thought, well, maybe these are such beautiful diamonds that maybe that's what's getting at the $10,000 appraisal. And I said, tell me about the clarity of these diamonds. What you have in front of you here is the way that they grade diamonds. All right, and spoiler alert, if you're investing in diamonds and you're anything other than a diamond broker or someone who is exceedingly shrewd, you're probably losing money. But diamonds start at flawless, FL. Then they go to internally flawless, okay, no inclusions, no blemishes of any kind. And then we get to the grade that many people buy for wedding rings, very, very slightly included, 1 or 2. They'll have some occlusions, but they will be difficult to see, even under magnification. And then you may take a step down to VS1 or VS2. Well, anyway, she told me that the diamonds were graded S1. I forget if she said S1 or S2, but that was one level above the worst grading that I believe you can have in a retail diamond, which is included. An included diamond could be enormous, regardless of the weight, but when you look into it, you'll see clouding and spots and all kinds of weird, ugly things, and it probably won't shine very bright. Well, she had a slightly included total weight 3 carats of diamonds. So I said, well, you know what? You're not, the quality of this particular bracelet is not very good. And the total carats of diamonds are not very good. And it certainly isn't worth $10,000 in gold weight. I went on to eBay, like this one I showed you here, this picture, and I started looking for listings. Here is a 5 carat, total 5 carats tennis bracelet in 14 karat gold. It's selling for under $3,000, and I don't know if they put the grading on the diamonds here. VS2. This is more carats and a better grade of diamonds, but not a good grade of diamonds. And of course, this is an ask price, not a sell price, and they're taking make offers. So I asked her, well, is it a Cartier? Is it a Tiffany? Is it something like that? Because those can bring really good money. And we went through the maker and where it was purchased, and unfortunately, no, it was generic. All right, let me go to the upshot. She was a little bit disappointed, but I told her to, verify what I was telling her. But I'm not seeing $10,000 value. I'm not seeing multiples of $10,000 value. I'm seeing a couple $1,000s in value. Take it to a jewelry store that buys and sells. Take it to a couple and see if you can get an offer for it. But she said that her father was the kind of gentleman that would walk into an upscale jewelry store, pick something out of a cabinet, and just buy it. And apparently that's what happened here. He went into a jewelry store with, I presume, $10,000 in his pocket and wanted to get his wife something pretty. He picked out a bracelet that apparently is very beautiful from what she tells me, and bought it. But what he got was the lowest grade of gold you can pretty much get. What he got was a pretty low number of carats. What he got was inferior graded diamonds. All right, and what he got was something that was obviously made, in the back room of the jewelry shop, being sold for high retail value, but worth much, much less. And diamonds are a racket, and you pretty much. Here is an ad for a tennis bracelet. This one is 9 total carats, also in 14 karat gold, white gold in this case. On sale, $18,000. Okay, if we go to look at the specs of this particular bracelet, there is less than an ounce of gold in it, and as you can see, there are 9 total carats. What is the value of something like this once you walk out the door with your clarity of SI1, an inferior grade clarity, with a total of 9 carats and I believe about 21 grams of gold. What's the value of that? Well, I don't know. You tell me. 10,000, 8,000, 6,000. But I think you get the picture. If you're investing in jewelry at retail prices, then you are not stacking. You may be paying homage to stacking. And of course the Tiffany's, the Cartiers, the Rolexes. I don't play that game personally. I wish I had picked up some of those nice watches or bracelets, but that's a whole different market. And you're not really stacking if you're buying retail jewelry. If anything, you might go into a pawn shop and you may bring an expert with you and determine what their reasonable resale price is. Of course, no one wants a used bracelet, no one wants a used wedding ring, and you are just going to pay, generally what the market demands, which is generally going to be a long-term financial mistake. Now, had her father put that $10,000 in gold, what would that be worth today if he had put it in gold bullion? Let's say that he bought in the 90s an American gold eagle. Well, how many would he have gotten and what would be the value today? Let's take a look. Here is a picture of a beautiful 1994 gold eagle. Now you're just going to have to permit me to ignore premiums. But let's go ahead and do it that way, okay? But 25 gold eagles is what you could have bought with your money in the 90s. Perhaps more as the price fluctuated under $400. 25 of them. Had you put those beautiful gold eagles away, and granted, you can't wear them on your wrist. I guess you could string one around your neck if you wanted to, but had her dad put away 25 gold eagles, and then pass those on, the value roughly at today's marketplace, again without premiums, is $45,000. Okay, and this is generational wealth transfer. So, while pretty things and shiny things are appealing and may seem like an easy way out, might be easy to convince your significant other to go that direction instead of this one, pay attention to turn $10,000 into $2,000 over a generation, or turn $10,000 into $45,000 over a generation. You decide. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and when I learn something new, I always like to pass it on to the community. Maybe some of you are not aware of this. So when I learn, you learn. And if I'm wrong in some way, let me know. If you've had a similar experience, let me know. If you just got done buying a tennis bracelet for your wife over the holidays, let me know your thought process on that. And anything else you'd like to share with the community. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Louie out.